you how to make a very pretty and impressive potato dish for your Thanksgiving table. These are not your typical mashed potatoes or potatoes gratin. These are something really special, something we don't typically do. Pomme Duchess, which means Duchess potatoes. And for not a lot of effort, you get a lot of yield and it looks so pretty. I'm gonna give a disclaimer, we have basement work going on, construction downstairs, so you're gonna hear some noise, but just hang with me and you're gonna see how this plays out. So I have cooked about 1.5 pounds of white potatoes, yellow potatoes, and 1.5 pounds of sweet potatoes in my Ninja Foodie on the pressure cook setting for about 6 minutes. I put a couple of bay leaves in there just for added flavor. Need to discard those. And I separated them out. I cooked them together, but then I made sure I separated them out, and the sweet potatoes are denser, so I cut them in smaller chunks than I did the white potatoes. And I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt. You know, potatoes need a lot of attention, white potatoes especially. And I'm going to add in about 4 ounces of butter. This is actually a plant-based butter, and a little bit of pepper. And we're going to mash both sets of potatoes, the sweet and the white potatoes. This was actually a russet potato. Yukon Gold would be fabulous for this. But I want to get them pretty smooth, but I don't want to use a mixer for this because that's going to give me more of a gummy consistency, and I don't really want that. And I have all kinds of utensils here to help me get the absolute perfect consistency that I'm looking for. I have some warm cream. This is actually a dairy-free cream. And I'm just going to add as much as I need to get the consistency that I'm looking for. And I need to add in here 1 egg that I just need to whisk a little bit. It's gonna get mashed a little bit more. And then I'll add in my egg. And the egg is gonna kind of help these hold their shape and texture, because you'll see once I have this all ready, you actually pipe them out. And typically you do 1 type of potato and you pipe them out. But if you do 2 types of potatoes at once, you get that beautiful color of the white and the gold together. And it just looks really amazing. All right. In goes my beaten egg, and I'm going to mix that in. My potatoes have cooled down just enough so that it's not actually going to cook the egg. Oh, it's already looking really good. And nutmeg goes so well in these, and I'm going to use nutmeg in both the Yukon Golds and in the sweet potatoes. I like to just really grate it fresh. Don't go overboard, but if you have powdered nutmeg, that's fine, ground nutmeg. You can just smell it right away. It just smells like fall. It reminds me of Thanksgiving, Christmas. You can hear the drills downstairs. There's a gorgeous fireplace going in down there. All right, so there's my white potatoes all ready to go. I'm gonna put them to the side. And I'm going to work on the sweet potatoes. Just going to pour them in. And same thing, I'm going to add salt. And I'm going to add 4 ounces of my plant-based butter. Start mixing that around. And you see I've used separate bowls, separate spoons, because I want to keep the colors separate until they mingle at the end, and I'll show you how that goes. These are a little bit more liquidy because I put a tiny bit of vegetable stock in here. When you pressure cook something, you have to have a tiny bit of liquid, and I did let as much of it as I could evaporate, but then there's some in here that's going to help keep this nice and moist. And then my beaten egg to help it hold its shape after all is said and done. There that goes. I'm gonna need 1 more beaten egg at the end. Now you could boil your potatoes. If you don't have a pressure cooker or don't want to use it, just boil your potatoes. Those look really good. And nutmeg in this too. I've got both my potato mixtures ready, and now we need to assemble. All right, so here's how we do this. I have a piping bag that I put a star tip in. Now you don't have to take this extra step. You can use a gallon Ziploc bag and simply cut the end off. You'll get the same type of shape, you just won't get the star end. So totally up to you. I put it in a tall canister just to kind of help me fill it, because here's the trickiest part of the whole dish, is I'm going to try to get sweet potato on one side and white potato on the other side. Try to keep them separate until they get squirted out at the end on my baking sheet. So I'm going to kind of slide it down the side for my sweet potatoes here. Oh, careful, careful. And then try to do the same for the other side for the white potatoes. A couple spoonfuls for each. And then we just want to take our piping bag and pipe these gorgeous rosettes on our sheet. All right, now I want to take the one remaining egg and a little bit of the cream that I had. And I just want to put a beautiful little egg wash on this, and that'll make them have gorgeous little brown bits as they bake in my oven. All right, and these need to go in my 375 oven for maybe about 20 to 25 minutes. All right, these babies are out of the oven. They're so pretty and they smell amazing too. I'm going to try one because I'm going to pack these up and take them to a birthday party. I'm going to try the one that I'm just dubbing as the most unpretty of the bunch, because I want to save the gorgeous ones for the party, of course. And let's give these a taste. They have a little bit of sweet and a little bit of savory. Oh, those are so good. I get that slight hint of nutmeg. It's surprising that you use such a small amount, and you just get that in the background that you don't really know what it is, but you know that there's a really great flavor profile going on here. Give these a try. They take not a lot of extra effort to mash potatoes, but look, they look so pretty. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching Taylor Kitchen. For recipes and a whole lot more, go to taylorkitchen.net. Thanks again.